Okay. Item number 1 on the agenda is to, for apologies for absence, we have one apology tonight, Councillor Lisa. I'd like everybody to accept that. Item number 2 is to confirm the minutes of the Town Council held on the 27th of January and the extraordinary general meeting on the 17th of March. This is for accuracy only. I would like to propose that. Please go a second. Last time. Thank you. Does anybody have any comments with regards to those minutes? All those in favour of approval? Item number 3 is to receive any declarations of personal or pecuniary interest. If anybody does have any declarations to see. No? Fantastic. We'll just move on. Item number 4, Town Mayor's announcements. Before I just mention a few engagements that I've had since the last full Town Council, just a quick mention about St Margaret's Loop for everybody, a little update. West Sussex County Council have advised us that after consideration of the technical aspects of the proposed scheme on the 2 bridge structures, it will be acceptable for West Sussex County Council to initiate the process to take on the bridges. And is a summary of the process and timeline. Well done to Town Clerk for team for persevering with that. The handover is likely to take approximately 12 months and would entail the following: final consideration of the technical aspects, which are largely been completed actually, and a review of the detailed design package within the design and check certificates. The next is a consideration of any existing defects to be addressed by the current bridge owners, the handover process, including joint inspection with the existing owners to ensure that that any remedial works where required have been completed satisfactorily, and then completion of all the legal matters on ownership, land issues with relevant parties, and completion of the health and safety file. The process to address these matters will commence within the next A&T committee meeting. Is that right?
Well, we'll obviously this came in Friday afternoon, this update, so we haven't done anything with it yet. So we will start work looking at the Rex should be talking to me about what we do next, and we will bring a proposal to the next A&T meeting for next steps.
Thank you very much for that. Very well. Well done, everybody who's involved with that as well. It's a big step in the right direction. And as you can imagine, I'm pretty pleased with that. It's a cycle down. Yeah, absolutely. We can start the keeping lesson. Brilliant. Yes, basically, for me personally, it's been an incredible couple of months actually, with some great events and meeting some of our towns. Very impressive and dedicated people within the town. Couple of things well, there are 5. There was a volunteer event at Chepper Mead, which was really well attended. So lots of organisations in the town looking for volunteers, and it was a really uplifting experience. Actually, lots of people, and I think the Bloom were there as well, weren't they? Plus, a lot of other organisations as well, really well attended. So that was fantastic. We also had a good trip down at Bluebell as well. Obviously, we had John come in at the annual town meeting a few weeks ago. But that was excellent. It's such a great asset to the town having a station down there. So we're really looking forward to building a closer relationship at a time with Bluebell. There was a very good event at QVH as well. It was a Healthcare Science Week, and some of the things that they are doing at QVH is quite incredible. Really amazing. We're so lucky to have that place on our doorstep. Really, so great staff, really dedicated, incredible technology and development they're doing, and it's incredible. We hosted 40 kids from Balter Piage as well last week and a half ago. They came in on a tour of the UK and finished up in East Grinstead. They went to Imberhorn for a morning and came up to Eastcourt and got their crossing the Meridian Line certificates. And I think the teacher there is a lady called Florence, and I think that's a 15th trip. Which is fantastic. So a relationship with our twinning towns actually is really important. It's very important. And then lastly, I just made a quick mention about the Eastminster Core Society. They're a bit of a hidden gem. They are world class. I'm not even joking. Their sound they produce is quite incredible. I really recommend people book tickets for their next performances. I think it's HMS Pinnacle, I think the next one, which is good fun. And they've also got something going on in December as well for a Christmas concert. So I'd really recommend it if you can go. It's fantastic. So that's just a taster, really, on that. Thank you very much. Also, just to finish off, a very quick thank you to everybody on council for their support and help and guidance to me over the last 11 months or 11 months, really. I've only got about 30 more sleeps to go. But no, it's been great. I feel really lucky that you guys are in the camp and there for me and Maria. So we're really grateful to everybody. So thank you very much for that. Right, that's me done. Item number 5 is to receive such communications as the leader of the council may desire to lay before the council. I'm going to hand over to Councillor Strang.
Thank you, Chair. You'll be pleased to know it's very brief. So, firstly, we're getting to the start of our summer celebrations, and this will commence on the 8th of May. I'm bringing it up today because obviously the next meeting is going to be after this. So the 8th of May is obviously the 80th anniversary of VE Day, and that starts off at 9 AM with a proclamation at the memorial. So if anyone wants to go there, and then obviously the flag will then be risen after the proclamation has been read. We'll move on then from 6 PM. There'll be celebrations at St George's Field, concluding with the beacon lighting, which is a national event going on. That'll be at 9:30 PM as dusk hits. I think it's going to be that late in May. Also, I do want to just mention what a fabulous annual town meeting we had this year. Not only did we have the Bluebell Railway, as mentioned, we did also obviously have James with us, and to present somebody with the freedom of the parish that hasn't been done for, did we say it's been done twice in the past, the war, just for his truly inspirational year, 2024, running his 366 marathons in 366 days, to raise funds for the Samaritans. I went home inspired. I know Councillor Reeves went home inspired because she went running the next morning. No. The last thing I just want to say is, obviously we as a parish council, at present, the word devolution is coming around for West Sussex and for Sussex in general. There is nothing for us at the moment, but obviously this is going to be a moving feast, and as information comes through, obviously we will be sharing it, and obviously sharing it with our residents as well. So since we have anything, but just so that everybody knows that we are working on it and wait more information. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Strang. Brilliant. Item number 6 is to dispose of any business outstanding from the last minute. I don't think there is any. So we'll move on to item number 7. Item number 7 is to receive and consider the minutes of our committees. And we're going to start off with planning. Councillor Gibbs, if you can kick us off, please. Thank you. We need a second and then comments and then.
First of all, I believe we're deferring the minutes from the 24th of February until the planning meeting on Wednesday, so I'll skip those. But I would like members to receive and consider the minutes from 3rd of the 2nd 25, which are page numbers 135 to 138. Minute numbers 229 to 286, and the meeting from the minutes from the meeting the 17th of March 25, page numbers 148 to 149, minute numbers 318 to 327.
I'll second that, Chair.
Thank you very much. Does anyone have any questions on those minutes? Fantastic.
All those in favour?
All those in favour? Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Lee. Next up is the Environmental and Sustainable Travel Committee. That'll be me. I would like to just say a very quick thank you to the committee. First of all, sorry, Lee, I'm not trying to make you look so you didn't.
No, no, actually, that's
I'm sure you do that.
yes.
Yeah.
If you committed that, that'd be absolutely.
Thank you to everybody on the environment. It's been a bit of a tricky year in terms of what we're doing, but we're now really focused on a few things, which is really great. So really value everybody's opinion and input and their time. I would like to propose the Environmental and Sustainable Travel Committee on the 6th of March 2025, pages number 141 to 143, minutes 296 to 306. Can I have a second? Thank you very much. Also, has anybody got any queries or questions with regards to this? All those in favour? Thank you very much. Okay, next up is
Public services. Yes, I'd like to thank everyone on the committee for their dedication. Services consider some of the most important topics, I think, to lots of our constituents are wonderful, amazing hospital and the changes and the exciting plans they have there. And obviously police comes up high on our agenda. So I'm very grateful for everyone's time and consideration. In which case, I would like to ask everyone to receive and consider the minutes for the meeting on the 13th of the 3rd, 2025, page numbers 144 to 147, minutes numbers 307 to 317. Can I have a second?
I'd like to second that,
Any comments or questions? All those in favour?
Thanks a lot. Thanks, Mrs. Reid. Next up is Amenities and Tourism. Councillor Gordon.
Thank you, Town Mayor. Equally, I'd like to thank the members of the committee and also the officers and the staff for the effort they put into running the services around the town. I won't go into any detail on the agenda or the meeting minutes. You did a superb job of explaining at the annual town meeting some of the projects coming up. A&T. So without further ado, I'd like to propose the minutes of the meeting held on the 20th of March 2025, page numbers 150 to 153, minute numbers 328 to 341. May I have a second?
I'm happy to second that, Tony.
Any comment? There aren't, Tony. All those in favour?
Thank you very much, Councillor. And last but not least, Councillor Mrs. Parrott.
Thank you.
Finance and Remittances.
For general purposes, might be the start off because I'm going to thank the officers. Because obviously a lot of the work behind the scenes is done by the officers, and then obviously through the committees. Thank the committees all for their hard work, putting their plans and their proposals through to finance and general purposes. And well done, my committee, for agreeing with them. So thank you for them. So I would like to propose the minutes held at the meeting on the 27th of March 2025. Pages 154 to 156, minutes 342 to 354. Please may I have a second?
I'd like to second that motion.
Any questions? Thank you.
All those in favour?
All those.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. Great work. And this last year from everybody on the committees. Thank you very much for your work and time and dedication. Item number 8 is working parties. Councillor Mrs. Farron will share details of the proposed membership, each of the proposed working parties, starting with devolution and then the business plan. Do you want me to?
We're not showing members today.
Okay,
We're just going to choose the number of people that we're going to have on it.
fine.
Okay.
Do we need to decide that now?
And the proposal is 8.
8, okay. Fine. So we propose eight members on each committee or working party. Can I have a second?
I second that.
Thanks very much. Does anybody have any questions with regards to those two working parties? Okay, all those in favour? Thank you very much. Item number 9 is to consider the adoption of the updated financial regulations, which were attached to the agenda, which incorporate recent legislative changes relating to procurement. I'm really glad I announced legislative. Not worried about that earlier on. Sections 5.3, 5.5 and 5.9. So 5.3 is for a contract for the supply of goods, services or works where the estimated value will exceed the threshold set by Parliament. The full requirements of the Procurement Act 2023 and the Procurement Regulation 2024 or any superseding legislation must be followed in respect of the tendering, award and notification of that contract. 5.5 is for contracts estimated to be over £30,000, including VAT. The council must comply with requirements of the legislation regarding the publication of invitations and notices. There's a simplified wording on that with the removal of advertising of contract opportunities and the publication of notices about the award contracts. And then lastly, 5.9 is contracts must not be split to avoid compliance with these rules. So there's it's a simplified wording and removal of into smaller lots. I'd like to approve these on block, please. Could I have a second? Thank you. Does anybody have any questions with regards to those? Councillor.
Just note, I spotted it and the town clerk has updated a couple of wording. So I think we're in error. Minor things.
Any points?
Can I just ask, just clarification, you have to invite over 50,000 for contracts or but you don't have to have 4 quotes, is that right? So if some people decided not to quote, you just go with the quotes that you've received.
Okay, we have to demonstrate that we've invited the minimum number to tender.
Yeah.
Right? If we don't receive all of them, then you can still resolve to proceed based on the tenders you have received, yes.
Thank you.
All those, Councillor Scott.
Thank you. I just wondered, how often, if you've got a contract, it renews with them, is there a term whether the contractors can only serve it once or can they do it more times?
I think they can. I think that'd be down to council to decide. Yeah, there's nothing I'm aware of this stage.
Yes, some councils do have a limit, and I just wondered if ours did, but not as far as you know.
As far as I'm aware.
So if they win the tender and.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
Okay, we just need to go for approval, please. That's a fun.
Sorry, and apologies for not standing on time. In relation to 5.10, where there's exceptions, just wanted to understand the requirement to obtain competitive prices in relation. There's a couple of carve-outs in essence. It would just be to say, I'm assuming that's in relation to the aforementioned clauses above. And if it doesn't need to be competitive, go to competitive prices, does it just go to normal committee? I just wonder whether we need to specify exactly where it goes in that instance.
It would, depending on the item being requiring the quote, it would go to that appropriate committee. I think this is relating to where it's a specialist task or piece of work where we just can't go out to tender because there isn't the availability of tenderee to approach. So that's where those exceptions apply. So if it was something particularly niche that we needed to do.
Right, thank you. Badges.
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 That's right. Okay. Thank you, Councillor Clark. Right, all those in favour of those recommendations, please. Thank you very much. Okay, last bang of the gavel. Just a reminder, the date of the next meeting is the annual town council on the Tuesday, 13th of May, which is John's big night. No, it's not. Thank you very much, everybody, for this evening. Very much appreciated. And I'll put that now at 19:25.